Hello and welcome to another episode of your favourite podcast, the one that you refuse to subscribe or like or even comment, but you will do because, well, nothing really. Welcome.
We can send Wayne out to find you.
He will find you.
I will find you.
And when he finds you,
we'll have a good wet. We'll talk about it, and then what we'll do is we'll come to the conclusion that we were right. Subscribe.
There we go. So now we've been
I'm doing
convinced.
my best Nielsen impression there. And when I find you,
we'll
have a good wet.
I am a man of a specific set of skills. When I find you, we will have a good wet.
So the Rolling Stones are going to tour, and they're going to play 4 gigs. No, 3 gigs.
3 gigs as a tour, is it?
Well, they're going back to the UK.
Oh, they've been unexiled.
So which means they're just going to do south.
No, they're going to add these dates onto their existing tour.
Yeah,
They're going to play 3 dates at Tottenham Hotspur.
There you go, south.
Oh.
Yeah,
I can't fault them. Actually,
you can.
no, I can't, because I saw a photo of, I think it was Mick and Keith in Tottenham shirts.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Are they
But
Tottenham
he
fans?
does that, you know.
I don't know.
Mick does that. He does research about where he plays, and he always references local teams and things like that. When he goes to Mexico, say, wherever he's playing in Mexico.
Where's a Brazilian top?
When he goes to Brazil, he'll mention the town that he's playing in. And your team did well on Saturday. You've got 4-0 against.
Yeah, didn't he say
does
something?
all that sort
He
of
said something once at a gig where he referenced some sort of local sporting thing, but he got it completely wrong way around, and the whole crowd booed.
Yeah, probably. You can see that. But he does like to engage with them, doesn't
Yeah.
he? You give him that.
What,
give
so they're
points
doing
for that.
3 nights at
They're doing 3 nights at Tottenham.
Tottenham Hotspur?
Yeah.
All right.
Because they haven't played in UK for about 8 years.
Price of tickets, what do you reckon?
Oh, pick a number out of a hat. It could be anything.
Rollerball.
Yeah, it could. No, you haven't got a bottle high enough in there. It's going to start.
I was just starting at 200, cheapest,
Yeah, it's fair.
and working your way up to, what, 400-ish, would you say?
I don't, yeah.
They will change hands for thousands.
Yeah. And they'll play all the old hits. Would you pay it? Would you pay £200 to go and watch them?
Not really. Because I'll be sat right back at
No.
stadium.
All right, let's imagine that it's standing.
Standing.
Oh, 65, maybe not.
My knees.
Standing.
My knees.
Standing?
With my knees. Standing.
At my
But you
age.
can bring a camping chair.
Oh, yeah.
Right. 65, sorry, no, it's standing. How much would you pay? Bearing in mind, standing, it's up to you.
Where you stand.
How near you get to the stage, isn't it?
Let's picture it as Nebworth. They're playing Nebworth.
I
How
get
much would you pay?
It's a box to tick into the seat stones. You've been lucky enough to do so. And you got carried to the front
don't make me talk about it.
and you got
don't
carried to the front of the stage.
It's a massive box.
Not
isn't it?
carry crowd surfed, but I don't want to split hairs.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're a big box to tick, but you see, this is my problem, because if I said, right, I would spend £200, I know I could see 4 gigs for £200.
What, at Rotherham Market?
No, different bands.
No,
throughout
it's
different
Stones.
places.
No, but we're not on about
Yeah, but
different
it's the
bands.
Rolling
And I
Stones.
really appreciate and enjoy them a
about
lot more
Rolling
than standing in
Stones?
a massive crowd.
I disagree.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
do.
Yeah, I think you'd be... Imagine yourself...
You're on about a band here that's been going that long. Nobody will ever beat them.
Imagine yourself in a field.
In a field.
Rolling Stones are playing all these songs and some album tracks, and they're bringing out old members, and you've had a few beers, and it's here we go.
I don't drink. Well, all right, I lie.
That's
Here we go.
that's
So
£200.
it's all right then. So it's not festival. It's a gig in Tottenham Hotspur. It's standing. What would you pay? Forgetting that you've already seen them.
So I mean, unfortunately, we're
If I said to you, right, I've got a ticket here, I can't go. It's this Saturday. It's £300. Just give me what I've paid for my ticket. It's £300.
Well, this is the thing. Given the circumstances of the world and the inflation of everything and the price of a packet of crisps and kind of pop, I would be like, yeah, I guess that's right. I'll do that, sure. Because that's how much tickets are. Like big tickets with big
That's
shows.
actually a good price, £300.
Yeah, that's how much they were going at Hyde Park just a couple of weeks after when they did Glastonbury.
Yeah.
That's an average price.
Yeah.
For a band like that.
I think the only time it gets, well, it's not the only time, but it becomes a lot dearer like when you have to take you and your partner. So you and Stacey, 600 quid then it turns into, or me and Angie, 600 quid. You and Lindy,
400 quid.
600 quid.
300 quid, she's not coming.
Well, that's what I mean. If it's just a you and you're not taking your partner.
You can't go on your own though, because an experience is best shared.
And then,
it is. I've always said that.
But you've also got to take into account, for us up north, we've got to look at travel down there, hotel.
Well, I mean, that's for anywhere.
Food,
but
drink.
I do.
It's all that puts us, though, in that higher price bracket to somebody that lives in London that can spend 200,
people will travel from France
quid.
to go there.
Yeah,
or wherever,
I get that. Yeah.
And you say, I said,
but I think that's when it becomes dear, though.
When I did see the Stones, I did abandon everyone. My best mate, my ex-wife, disappeared. I was off.
I'm gone.
And it paid off.
I'm fulfilling my ambition.
Rightly so.
I'd have done so.
Yes, yeah.
I'd have done exactly.
Anybody in the right mind.
If you can't keep up, you're dead to me. And I was away. And as I said, you're dead to me. I was already half a mile away.
If it were just me and I was just paying for a ticket for myself and I was going to go down on my own, 300 quid, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't get that opportunity again.
You don't.
No. And, as bad as it sounds, there's not going to be a lot more times you're going to get to see him.
No, that is another point, isn't it? I mean, he's not showing any signs of slowing down, or any of them.
Because I think this is one band where when one of them goes...
Oh, it's going to be a big one.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, when you say one of them, you mean it's either Keith or Mick.
It's going to be Mick, Keith or Mick. If Ronnie dies, they'll get
Keith or Mick.
I don't think they will.
Sorry?
Mick, Keith or Mick.
Sorry. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Even if Ronnie
I think we'll have to rewind the tape, just check.
Even if Ronnie dies, I think they'll do. That's it, done. I don't think they'll get any, I don't think they'll get anybody in.
I think Ronnie's enough part of,
yeah. I think he's that
part of it. No, they would stay.
I think is that in.
They didn't when Charlie went though, did they?
Well, I know.
They brought another album out when Charlie went.
But it was because they'd already signed a tour, and some of the album featured Charlie, and Charlie had already mentioned, like, if I was ever to go, replace me with this. It was controversial at the time, but I can see why they carried on.
Yeah,
because that's their bread and butter. That's not that is their DNA. Yeah, they need to tour, don't they?
They've been on tour, should I say, since they were
teens.
6.
Were they 19?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all. Can you imagine that? That's all they've ever known.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think there's. I think when you pay that amount of money to go and watch a band of that stature, I think you're seeing something that's never going to happen again.
Something for special, yeah.
It's like they say about...
It's not going to happen again. You're not going to get another band that lasts us for, 6 decades?
It's like they said about John Lennon.
Absolutely not.
He didn't know how to do anything.
No.
Because he'd been in a band that long, from being a young man, and he'd been taken there, dressed this way, taken there, carried there, had his clothes washed. He didn't know how to do anything. No. Didn't know how to pay a bill. Didn't know how to subscribe to anything.
Subscribe?
Well, you know what I mean. He didn't know how to go. He didn't know how to.
What is subscribe to? Ice cream van.
He didn't know how to go and buy a ticket for a show. He had everything done for him.
Yeah.
He didn't know what to do.
But I think when you're talking at Stones, and there's not many bands of that stature that's going.
There's not many left, is there?
I don't think they'll ever be beaten. There'll be nobody in today's music that in 50, 60 years' time will be doing what they're doing today.
Maybe Coldplay, but nobody knows the other names of members of the band.
I don't think. I don't think Coldplay will.
No, it's a strange one though, isn't it? Because you don't know. There might be.
I don't think there will.
No, I don't think there will be. But there might be.
There will.
Texas.
No.
There might be some band that comes along and just plods along.
No.
I can't see it myself.
No, I can't. I think
the music industry is changed.
Them type of bands have gone.
It's a world apart from how they formed and started.
Yeah.
So.
I think they've done something out of ordinary to last that long. and still be that popular at 80-year-old.
They were the originals, though. They were the original drug users, the original alcoholics, the original comeback kids, the original solo artists, the original of everything. They invented it. They invented the game. And they took heed from Elvis, but people like the Stones.
Even at 80-year-old, they could put a gig on in Clifton Park and sell it out, or they could do Wembley Arena and sell it out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where they are.
No.
They will sell out.
Yeah.
100% sell out.
Yeah.
And I don't think there'll be another band that'll even rival them for that. I think they're just
not even U2 can do that.
I think they're just a one-off in their own. They're just a one-off.
Not even U2 can go to a venue and make sure it's sold out these days.
No.
Do you know that was one of the insults that the Gallaghers used to throw at each other?
What?
Well, you look like a potato and you're a U2 fan. Liam used to say that to Noel.
Well, Noel used to hang around with Bono a lot, didn't he?
Yeah.
They're a bit like
You're a potato and you like U2.
So
That's an insult.
while we're on icons,
Oh, go on.
it's coming up to the 40th anniversary of Private Dancer.
I'm a private dancer.
Dance sideways.
For
And then
money.
back. And then
And
back.
what they're going to do is they are re-releasing the album, Private Dancer, but it will have a track on that wasn't on the original album.
Hot for you.
Because it got lost. It should have been on the original album, but they lost it. The record company lost it. And now they've found it. So what they're going to do is...
How can they do that?
They're going to
They
put
found it
it...
in a vault.
Really?
Yeah. So they're going to put it on the 40th anniversary.
Why don't they just look in these vaults that they keep finding
re-release.
stuff in? Just, I tell you what, we're just going to look right vault because
Well,
I'm sure
the
we'll find
metal
some-
detector in Tina's back garden went, damn you proud. Oh, what's that? Dance.
Yeah. So they're going to put it on the 40th anniversary re-release of
No,
Private Dancer.
But it's been produced, the
But-
song. Oh, go on.
We are now on Saturday. So we don't know when this podcast is going out, but on Thursday, BBC Radio 2 played it for the first time since
All right.
it was recorded and lost. It's never been played before.
Have they only discovered this one track? Or does this vault hold many
No,
tracks?
it says that this vault, they've found this, what should have been put onto the original album.
It's called Hot for You. And it's produced by Harry Vander and George Young, who produced AC/DC's first few albums.
Yeah.
Oh, old Harry and Vander.
Yeah.
Harry Vander, yeah.
Yeah.
They were around here last week.
Yeah. I saw him in Chip Shop the other day.
But
yeah.
quite interesting because
By the
Have a
Yorkshire
boy
fi-
in a bag of scraps, please, he says.
A Yorkshire fish cake.
But that link to AC/DC and Tina, it's hard to imagine. Well, Tina Turner was a rock star. She was a bona fide rock star.
Yeah.
Not a pop star. She was a rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a difference.
There is.
There is a difference.
It gets thrown around a lot saying that you're a rock star.
Yeah.
But Tina was a rock star.
Yeah.
Have you seen that clip of her when she was in her 60s?
And a bloody good one, might I add.
And she's on a runway across an arena. And it's like, there's not everything ego stage in the middle. And there's a little runway. And usually now they have like harnesses and support. She's wearing heels and she's strutting down this little tiny catwalk, which is like an arched bridge over fans. Jesus Christ, she's 60.
She's going to go any minute.
She looks about 40, probably younger, and she's not, there's no red tape or
you're
safety.
showing your age now. There's no, it's HR involved with this. There's no health and safety.
Health and safety says you can't do that.
Now she'd have to wear a harness and a high-vis vest and a hard hat.
Yeah.
And there'd be cones out with people flashing ready to go this way.
And a high vis.
Tina coming through, stand back.
They used camera trickery to make it look like the audience was close, but really they were like a mile away.
Yeah, she were actually. I would imagine she was the. Well, I wouldn't say the first one, but she weren't the first one. Who was the
First what?
female rock star?
Who was a big female rock star? I want to say Cher. It was Cher or Tina. Like big global
No, I
ones.
think you could be further.
I'd go Janice.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Janis Joplin is the first female rock star.
Yeah.
The reason, so
Well done, sir. Where'd you get that from?
Oh, it's stored somewhere.
Yeah.
it's called Brain, Wayne.
Little man opening doors and shutting
you're
them
right,
quick.
though. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
I'd
was.
have to probably Janis.
She was the first female rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a good one.
Yeah. What was the band called? Anybody know that one? And the holding company.
Oh, no, I've got it.
I've just told you.
Wait. Bear with me.
Oh, no, I should know.
Janis Joplin and Stuart Copeland.
Correct.
No, I can't think.
Holding company. Yeah.
But I have a fact. The reason why I mentioned Stuart Copeland is because I have a fact about Stuart Copeland from
Go on then.
the drummer from Police.
Please.
Or the Police. He composed the music for Spyro the Dragon in 1998.
He does a lot for movies, doesn't he?
Yeah. But Spyro the Dragon was a big game. It's like Crash Bandicoot, but with a dragon.
Yeah,
and he did the music
yeah.
for it.
That's how he makes his money these days.
Yes,
You were in
doing
your Atari games. Other time it was Sonic
and Michael Jackson.
Jacko.
Yeah, that's how he's done operas and he's done film scores. That's how he makes his money these days. He's not just a drummer.
No.
Very
I
talented
like how
man.
you give me a visual.
Yeah.
Well, talking of Copeland, his mate
I'm glad I didn't go
Sting.
for bass.
Well, his mate Sting has had to cancel his
He's
tour
not. Yeah, he's ill,
because
isn't he?
apparently, under doctor's orders, he's too ill to tour.
Not just one night.
No,
It's like,
he's cancelled four or five gigs.
Too ill to tour.
yeah.
It's a strange name for a tour, isn't it?
He's too ill to tour, but there is nothing saying what is wrong with him. There's no statement come out yet saying what's up with him, apart from his doctor said no.
Yeah, they said you can't. It's not like one gig, I got flow. It's just like, it's no, you're not doing it. No.
Yeah.
Cancel all lot.
So that might be one to keep his eye on.
Yeah.
I hope there's no tour, obviously.
Well, I hope it's not serious, but, you know,
major.
I hope it is flow. But it's strange that they haven't come out and said, look, we're going to have to...
Yeah. Yeah, he's just got a dose of pox or he's just got crabs. He's just got crabs, he's got some cream and he'll be all right in a bit.
Oh, I'm glad we're back in the 16th century. Dose of pops.
But no, to not come out with a statement, when I read it, I thought, aye, that sounds
It's a
good.
bit of a strange one, that.
That
Yeah.
sound right good, but
Have you seen the resurgence in tapes?
I saw that first time maybe 2018.
I've just got to do this for Dan.
Big X. There you go.
Success. And a gulp.
And gulp.
There he goes. Swigs it back. Sounds like we're watching Crufts, doesn't it? And Wayne, yes, excellent shot there of half a pint of beer. Textbook. Slams the glass
dropped
down.
it in.
Have it.
Mouth like a cave.
Yeah, it's there's a big resurgence in tapes, but it's more on the lines of collectibles rather than I want to buy Wet Wet Wet's album on tape. It's all about collectability.
Yeah.
There's a Prince tape that we're giving out at the Versace show. That's now they're now asking $4,000 for it.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
because there's two elements there. Well, there's three actually. Rare,
Nobody plays tapes
Versace,
anymore.
Prince, tape. So there's four.
Yeah.
Can you
Maybe
still
more.
get stuff to play tapes on?
Well,
Can
the
you still
reason why I
buy-
say
is it
They were giving them out.
in 2018,
But is there still tape decks around?
in 2018, I went to see a band play in a very small venue in Sheffield, and at the end of the gig, they were only selling tote bags and tapes, which I thought was very unusual at the time. But you know, you get these painful hipsters with like cycling caps on and turn-ups. And
I hope tapes don't come back in.
tapes.
They're not necessarily coming back.
Well, pants
They're getting retro trendy. But they're getting
Saturday with a pencil.
they're getting expensive because of the collectability.
Tighten it back up.
Yeah, because the rare
Machine's hitting it again.
the rare ones are getting big bucks.
Really?
Yeah.
You think CDs will come back?
In 25 years' time, yes, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything goes round in a circle, and
Yeah.
they will
Surely
become,
70
they will
years,
become
isn't
collectible
CDs
again.
came hand in hand with that sort of like imagery of like
Jogging.
silver and transparent plastic and stuff like that. So
what
that
was
visual.
that thing called? That used to go jogging
Walkman.
over. Walkman.
But that Walkman was a cassette originally. You're talking about but you're on about a CD. A CD Walkman, which like barely fitted in your pocket, so you'd half of it in, you'd have to wedge it in.
And they got little pads that you had on Walkman's earphones.
Yeah, they kept falling out.
And if you were the CD, you'd have to jog without actually creating any vibration.
Well, I remember going
to walk for 3 miles.
I used to have a Walkman.
To skip.
I used to have a Walkman, and I used to make sure that when I went out anywhere, they got a pocket full of batteries.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, you weren't listening to your music. Oh, I need to get some double A's.
I wonder if they'll ever come back like vinyls have.
Yeah.
CDs.
I don't foresee the world, but then again, I am the person that once said that a camera phone won't catch on and touchscreen phones won't work.
Trust me, everything would
I'm the
back round again.
I'm the one that said vinyl.
Everything comes back round
the
again.
fucking hell's going to buy vinyl?
I'll tell you what, like 110 camera cartridges, they'll come back.
They will come back.
Really?
I think they're already starting to come back. People are
126s and 110s, they'll all come back.
Yeah.
What do people still use them in cameras?
People love retro.
Yeah, they do.
People love retro. Where there's a market, the people will just promote it, and then it'll become
The thing is now, I think
the thing.
The modern day phones are that advanced. I bet they're better than effort cameras out there that you can buy.
Speaking of CDs,
Speaking of CDs, as we were,
right, which we were to a degree. The Flaming Lips, you were familiar with that band?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
They once did a disc experiment.
All right.
And in 1997, the Flaming Lips released an experimental album titled Zerila. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Zerila. And it was consisting of 4 CDs meant to be played simultaneously on separate players.
All right.
So you'd have
That's weird.
vocals on one, bass on other, whatever. And it would require 4 devices to play.
And it would try 4 fingers to go 1,
Right?
2.
Yeah, you'd have to try and do it at the same time. Ready, guys?
Boom.
Or just get 2 people.
With big fingers.
It's just like pain in the ass, isn't it? But
No.
yeah, that's what they
Why?
For fun.
Because they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see how the record company thought this was like, oh yeah, we'll sign this off.
That's what I mean. Why? Why? I don't. It's a cross.
Oh, is it?
2-handed jobby. Dan likes to see 2 hands on it. That's it. There you go.
You go down.
Now a drink.
There we go. Ready? For those of you listening at home, Wayne will now narrate.
And he takes a big gulp as he pours it back. It goes all the way down without, and there it's gone.
Textbook. Back of the net.
Well, I've got one here, but I don't. Well, I know he's just gone to customers come to the door.
The customer's just gone to do it. Makes it sound like a brothel. He's gone for a wee. He's gone for a wee. We're going to break the 4th wall. He's gone for a wee.
So recently, I've noticed that a lot of old bands have started to reform or re-gig it. Right?
Yeah.
And you've got people like Texas, well, we mentioned on another podcast, got No Doubt, Temperance Movement, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC.
Akadaka.
And but what they tend to do is when they re-gig is, they don't fetch new music out. Do you think they're re-gigging, reforming and re-gigging because they don't have to do new music because people want to listen to the old stuff and it's a cheap way of making a quick dollar?
I mean, it is a cheap way of making a quick.
I know cheaper ways. I'm making a quick dollar.
No,
well, you didn't hear what he said you want to do.
So just being said because you had to go and answer the door.
To a customer, apparently.
So we've got an old...
Jehovah's Witnesses doors.
All right. So there's a lot of old bands reforming.
Yeah.
And starting to re-gig. You know, you've got AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Oasis, Smashing Pumpkins, No Doubt, Texas and Temperance Movement.
Yeah.
Do you think they're doing it because they don't have to make any new music because the fans want to listen to the old stuff?
Well, again,
and
it goes back to the...
They just want to make money out of it.
Yeah, it goes back to the... if people are prepared... People love nostalgia. And if they can sell nostalgia, it's easy to sell them new music. So what they do is they get these bands to go back together. It's not the bands, they don't get in a room and say, do you know what, Fred? We ought to get back together. They don't do that.
I don't know. I disagree. But carry on.
I don't think they do that. It's the record companies that said, look, we'll offer you X amount of money. You get back together. We'll put you on a tour because people love nostalgia.
Doing the old stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to... That's what I'm saying. So do you think they
Creed
do
have
it...
done it. Creed have done it.
Well, that's what I mean is... But do you think they do it because they don't have to make new music?
Eventually they will make new music, but they're going to get the fans back on their side. They're going to get the fans back into the theatres. And
it's like Temperance Movement have got back together. Now, they've been split up for 5-6 years. And they've got back together and they're doing 5 concerts this year. So what they're going to do is they're going to do 5 concerts this year and they're going to do 5 of the last 8 years' hits. 5 concerts. All the hits of the last 8 years or something like that. But there's nothing saying that after them 5 gigs, they're going to go, yeah, anyway, it's been nice seeing you again, mate. Right, yeah. So bye.
They're probably also contacted to bring out a new album.
But they might be saying, right, so what we're going to do, are we going to stick back together? Why don't we get back in studios and make some new stuff?
Part of the agreement will be that we'll put you all back together, we'll get X amount of money. At the end of it, you produce a new material, album.
I hope they get back together.
And then you tour that album.
Well, I hope they do, because they're brilliant band.
You don't think Oasis got back together because them two suddenly made up? It's so corporate.
Yeah, but it's all old stuff.
Yeah, but I think that for some people, they've tried this like solo career or they've tried other things, but I think nostalgia works both ways.
It does.
And I think... let's not forget, when you reference Oasis, Liam wanted to get back together from like year one.
Didn't.
Right?
Yeah. It's right, well, all these took cards up and there's some numbers on these cards.
Yeah, sure, that helps. But I think they also want to relive, people who reform these bands, they want to relive their glory years. They've tried other things, it's not worked out, and they realize this is a secret sauce. This is their glory years. This is what people love. And they want to recapture it themselves as much as the audience want to recapture it.
Yeah, but in saying that, though, in the 2 bands that they made...
Look at Fleetwood Mac.
When they split up, it did work out for them.
Not really.
Not as much. No.
Not as much as Oasis.
But on this thing, you're going to get Oasis playing, I don't know, let's say they do 30 gigs of it what are they starting? Is it May?
Don't forget Oasis were like...
So let's say they do 30 gigs. It's going to be 30 gigs of songs from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
There's no new stuff out there.
Oasis was the last rock and roll band.
So are they just getting back together for money though?
Were Oasis the last rock and roll band? They were, weren't they? When you think about it. Proper rock and roll, Northern Manchester.
Well, I don't know.
Probably.
A lot of people have tried in lesser degrees to be a rock. Well, they are.
There's nobody been as big as them.
There's nobody been as big as them two.
Not as
as
and it's not as authentically them.
No.
Like, you know, like a lot of people, like you had a band called the Tower of London, which would like, they would swear and there was smoke on TV sets and stuff. They were trying to be the bad boys. But Oasis were just authentically just Muppets.
Well, that were half the appeal, weren't it? That was half of the appeal because you never knew whether they were going to throw something to each other.
Mancunian white boys.
Whether they're all going to turn up to a gig or not, because more often than not, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... Nail.
There is an appeal upon reflection of them. At the time, despise, but when you look back,
they're more popular now because of that looking back with rose-tinted glasses. But at the time, they only had a small core of really avid fans. But now they seem to have a lot more.
As somebody... So my interpretation of Oasis is different than your interpretation of Oasis. Do you now upon reflection, understand the importance of Oasis
Being
in
idle.
the 90s.
In the scheme of things, yeah, I do.
Even though you didn't like them at the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You need bands like, I've always, you know what I'm like.
Yeah.
I believe that you need bands like Oasis because there's got to be a movement in one direction or the other, and then it's good to get a lot of people on one side, and it's good to have that conflict, that rivalry. It creates
Something has to upset the norm.
Yeah, it creates a bit of incentive for other people.
Yeah.
And it worked in a lot of respect.
When Oasis were around, I didn't like them.
Well, a lot of people don't, yeah.
But what I'm going to say is, I don't, and I still don't like them today. And it's 20 years on. But it's them I don't like.
Well, this is awkward because bring in Oasis.
Some of the songs are brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely brilliant. I like some of the songs. I think there's some great tracks. I just don't like them two. I think they're both arseholes. But the tracks that they do, the songs that they do, brilliant. Musically, very, very good. Brilliant. And they've got some really good songs out. I think it's just the band I don't like. I just can't get on with them. If them songs could have been transported to somebody else, I'd have been like, yeah, it's a great track.
I don't think it would work.
But you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I like the songs, but I just don't like them. That's why I don't like Oasis.
Yeah.
I don't like Oasis, but I like the music.
Blur did try to do the same trick.
But I like Blur.
Yeah, they tried to do the same nostalgia trick, and they've gone to America, and some of the shows didn't sell very well.
No, they didn't. No, they weren't as big as
And
Oasis.
they realised that, we're not actually doing a great deal here.
Well,
And
no.
he called a day to it, didn't he?
Yeah.
But in their defence, America's very uneducated.
It's a tough audience.
Yeah.
It is. There's many people tried and failed.
I was listening to some. Did I mention that they were saying they didn't know about who Robbie Williams was?
They don't. Yeah, a lot of people don't. But that's just the way it is.
They've got this film going about Robbie Williams and he's dressed as a monkey. What's all that about?
And they get upset that it's been advertised to them, but we get advertised loads of things that we don't.
Yeah,
you know.
We have to put a lot of American stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So changing the subject quickly from Oasis. So we all know who Chris Brown is.
Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Is he the guy that slapped
the abuser, shall we say?
Whitney Houston?
Yes. Ooh. So apparently they are doing a documentary about his violent, or mainly based on the violent side of him and why and ifs and buts. And
Black, blue and brown.
Yeah. The documentary is apparently going to be emphasising the more violent side of him. But what's happened is he's decided to sue the film studios for the documentary, which include accusations that he raped a dancer on a yacht in 2020 and slapped her around a bit.
Yeah.
So he's saying...
Slaps around a bit.
And rape.
Yeah, and rape, yeah. So he's demanding compensation for $500 million.
$500 million.
Because...
He kicked her as well.
It's put,
that weren't mentioned.
It's put a...
Tainted his career.
A dent in his career and his him as a person. But... So he's filed that in a lawsuit in court this week.
Yep.
So the allegations are... wait a minute, what do they call it?
Turn to next page. Sorry. Turn to next page.
PTO.
The allegations are...
So the allegations from the dancer, she is known as Jane Doe.
Yeah.
Which is a, she
wants
to be, yeah. So apparently she also sued him for $20 million back in 2022.
Oh, she's coming back for saying napkins.
Where she claimed that he beat her up and he raped her on a yacht at a party.
Don't laugh, Wayne. Stop it.
On the property owned by
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy.
Oh, I know where you're going with that one.
Another white suit.
The diddler strikes again.
The diddler.
Yeah. So Chris Brown is.
Well, it's not. It's only the property owned by. It's not necessarily involving the diddler.
Well, it was at one of these white suit parties hosted by the diddler.
Do you think she's jumping on the bandwagon?
It's another twist in the old
you can't
diddler story.
You can't do that.
Well, I know, but is it going to be?
Do you think she's jumping on the bandwagon?
There's going to be a lot of that, isn't there?
At the buffet table.
Apparently, she's
Does she go by the snacks as well?
She's throwing a plate into the buffet table there. Is she bringing her own big plates? Is she?
No, he has got previews for this actor, so it's not far.
He did Whitney Houston a couple of challenges off, didn't he?
Well, yeah.
Apparently,
yeah. But
but yeah, it's another thing in the old P Diddy parties that's popping up here, there, and everywhere.
Shall we spin the wheel?
Let's spin the wheel.
Can I just throw in?
Okay. Yeah.
Can I just throw in before we go to the wheel of fortune?
What's the original name? Well done.
Of emphasis. No, this is something by Eminem.
Okay. Oh, lyrics. I've got lyrics.
Yeah, it's something about Eminem.
The Wheel of Think.
So Eminem came out with this one. Your booty is heavy duty, like diarrhea.
Why with the feces?
I know.
What is it with rappers and
What is
shit?
it with bodily functions that they're obsessed with?
Wow.
Your booty is heavy duty, like diarrhea.
Right, let's spin that wheel.
Okay.
We got a ball.
We got a winner.
That was a quick one.
Looking for a fate.
Number 8.
38.
38. Let's have a look.
Why were it 30 and not 20? Or 40?
Yeah, why was that way?
I don't know. Probably my age.
Right. Okay. If you were stranded on a desert island, which 3 albums would you take?
Good Lord. The
Oh
old Desert Island disc
I don't know that album.
It's the old Desert Island.
So Desert Island, 3 albums. What would you take?
I'm taking The Wall by Pink Floyd.
Okay.
I'm taking The Extremist by Joe Satriani.
Oh.
I'm taking that.
Yeah.
And I'm taking...
Oh my God.
Bob Marley, is it? Is that Bob Marley? With Jam Man?
I'm taking... You're going to do it off the top of your head, aren't you?
Yeah.
You can't think too long.
It's as hard.
Once you start to think,
You can't.
you've
Yeah.
got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of albums. And I'm taking Not As Good As a Wink by Rod Stewart.
Okay. Good. Wayne?
I'm going to take Ballad of John Henry, Bonamassa.
Oh, he's sure he's ugly, eh?
Echoes, Pink Floyd. And probably Jagged Little Pill, Alanis Morissette.
I would take... Oh, it's really difficult, isn't it?
It is.
I know one you're going to take.
There's so many albums that I've missed out that I want to take.
I'm going to go bang for buck. Now, I'm going to go current state of mind. If you watch the past couple of episodes, you might get me in this. I'm going to take the best of Black Crowes, which is a compilation album.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Exile on Main Street.
Yeah.
And I am going to take Listen Without Prejudice, George Michael.
Oh.
Because I used to listen to it as a kid on a cassette.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Good call, actually. All of them.
And on that note...
Goodbye.
Hold on. He's not finished talking yet. Get a chance.
It's like the magic word.
On that note, I think we draw this episode to close with...
Goodbye.
Goodbye.